I'm staying in bed thinking back on us and everything that went wrong. Never said goodbye, think I broke your trust, should've known this all along. Don't wanna be the one that you're trying to avoid. I'm feeling so confused, why did I act so annoyed? 'Cause I don't wanna be strangers, baby. The next time when we meet, and oh, it dawned on me. What we had was gold, and you gotta know I was standing on the border. The walls around me kept me safe. I couldn't see that I was shutting you out. I was stuck up and proud, but I'm waking up now. I didn't know that I need you. I'm waking up now. You gotta know that I need you. Up, but it's time for me to be dropping down my defense. I realize I wasn't there for real. What I did didn't make any sense. How can I get you close? I see why you'd be so cold, but you need to forget everything that I've told you. 'Cause I ain't playing it low-key, baby. I'll bring you right back home. And oh, it dawned on me. Yeah, yes it did. Was gold, and you gotta know I was standing
grinding, doing numbers 8 months. I've been stacking, I've been grinding, doing numbers 8 months. I got motion, I got racks, I got everything they want. I've been stacking, I've been grinding, doing numbers 8 months. Shawty love the way I move, she said my lifestyle look the stunt. I can't slow down, I can't stop, I've been winning from the jump. I got motion, I got racks, I got everything they want. I've been stacking, I've been grinding, doing numbers 8 months. Shawty love the way I move, she said my lifestyle look the stunt. I can't slow down, I can't stop, I've been winning from the jump. Whips all foreign, key come with a passport. Diamonds hitting wild, you gotta wham like a crash course. He say he the biggest boy, you capping what you brag for. Everything you claim you got, I got the times for. My bag heavy, got my pockets yelling, can you slow down? Shawty see the lifestyle, now she begging for a hold down. All this water on me, think I'm sponsored by a coast now. Damon bend the wave, if you swimming, you gon' float now. I'm the biggest, I'm the one that got them watching how I flex. Hey, fit, I throw together, cost a check, I do the best. I'm the biggest, tell these rappers they ain't stepping like me yet. If he talking, he just typing, I get active, I'm a threat. I got motion, I got racks, I got everything they want. I've been stacking, I've been grinding, doing numbers 8 months. Shawty love the way I move, she said my lifestyle look the stunt. I can't slow down, I can't stop, I've been winning from the jump. I got motion, I got racks, I got everything they want. I've been stacking, I've been grinding, doing numbers 8 months. Shawty love the way I move, she said my lifestyle look the stunt. I can't slow down, I can't stop, I've been winning from the jump. I've been popping out the you can't pronounce, that's a big flex. 100 on my neck, another 100 on my index. Them bags coming in, I need a mansion just to sit check. Boy talk rich, but they pockets show a mismatch. I got motion, I got deals, I got plays that never fail. I've been going up so fast, they say my hustle off the scale. I'm a boss man with a plan, and I ain't stopping till I touch a mill. I ain't stopping till I touch a mill. I got motion, I got racks, I got everything they want. I've been stacking, I've been grinding, doing numbers 8 months. Shawty love the way I move, she said my lifestyle look the stunt. I can't slow down, I can't stop, I've been winning from the jump. Got like a little vibe, so don't. In my soul, in my soul, in my soul, I feel so alive. I feel so alive. I feel so alive. In my soul, in my soul, in my soul, in my soul, I feel so alive. I feel so alive. I feel so alive. In my soul, 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 I feel so alive.
Trouble, got in the air on that elbow pump fake by Miller, and then he just went up and under, and then 31 seconds in, you already have one foul on PJ.
Hornets off of a 109-93 win at home on Saturday against the Portland Trail Blazers. Miller led the way with 26 points, and he's got the first 3 tonight. As Washington will bring it up. He'll be played by Ball. Along the right side, left-hand push in the middle to Gafford. Top of the arc again. Christie does not come around. Stops as he gets a pass in the left wing. Tries a 3. It's off the right of the rim. No good. And Ball with the rebound. Cross-court left to right. Knipple in the middle to Bridges. Back to Ball. Left to right at the top of the arc. And he'll step back and shoot the 3. No good. Short. Offensive rebound. Diabate. And he threw it away, but fouled on the pass out by Daniel Gafford.
Yeah, no box out again on that offensive rebound opportunity. You can't give a Hornets team second opportunities when they miss a 3.
Well, they're a really good offensive rebounding team as well. They're 7th in offensive rebounds. And, of course, with their ability to shoot threes, that leads to three-pointers more often than not, as they average 17.3 second chance points. That's 3rd in the league. Here's Miller at the left wing. Left to right to Ball. Against Williams, put his head down, Euro step, left to right. He'll hang in the lane and he'll score.
Yeah, Ball really embracing a bit of a different role now, not just a pure scorer, but more of a facilitator and scorer.
Yeah, last year he averaged over 21 field goal attempts per game. Only Shea Gilgeous-Alexander took more last year, and he was not nearly as efficient as Shea is, as Williams in the traffic double team had it knocked away from him, but it came right to Gafford. Right place, right time, stuffs the ball.
He's got size to your advantage.
Charlotte with a 5-4 lead, a minute and a half into the game. Diabate way outside at the right wing, coming around as Miller left to right. Play by Gafford on the switch. Swings the ball, reverses to Knipple, drives on Christie. Runner in the lane is good.
Yeah, it shows that he's not just an outside shooter, has some game inside.
Throw it on the deck, which is, again, what the Mavericks really, you heard Jason Kidd say, want to make Charlotte do. They don't want them shooting three-pointers. It's 7-4 early on. Here is Middleton in the lane, and he got all the way home and lays it up and in with a left hand.
Middleton still a Maverick and welcomed here. Good veteran presence.
7-6. Here's Ball, middle of the floor. Now against Washington on the switch. As the floor spreads out, here comes Diabate up to screen to the left. The Ball going wide to his left. Now back to his right. Pushes to Miller. Right corner, Bridges. Catch and shoot 3. Hits it.
It's just a style that the Hornets have wanted to play under Charles Lee. Didn't have the personnel until this year.
10-6. The Hornets with the early lead. Christie lobbing it for Washington. Bad entry pass. Stolen by Ball. Here comes Miller up the middle. Slowing it up, and now Bridges will drive it into Middleton and whip it left side. Ball hesitates, now takes the 3, hits the front rim, top of the board, stays in play, batted off the hands of Gafford, picked up by Williams and the Mavericks. And here comes Williams, in and out, left to right, and hangs and scores as he hits the deck with the foul, and he'll go to the line for an and one.
Yeah, it's that ability to keep going from 3rd to 4th all the way up to 6th gear, but staying in control. Maybe 5th gear is enough, and he's slow to get up as he's kind of grabbing at his, I think he's just tying his shoe, hopefully, yeah.
That's the last thing the Mavericks need to see.
Next man up is the 3 words we're just tired of hearing about, but it's been the mantra of this team.
Really for the last 2 full seasons.
The finals of the 24 finals.
For Brandon Williams, averaging 13 points a game, 3.9 assists, and trying to make this a 1-point game, a little under 3 minutes having been played here in Charlotte tonight. 76.7% from the foul line, and he hits it. And here comes Ball quickly, skidding a bounce pass along the left sideline to Knipple. Into the top of the arc, and a lob off the pick and roll, leading Diabate right to the rim for the dunk.
You pay too much attention to those guys in the perimeter. That what opens up the roll.
And all 5 Charlotte starters on the board in the first 3 minutes of the game. Middleton to the right elbow off the pull-up. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound to Bridges. Right hand push, Brandon Miller against Williams. Back to Bridges to the top of the arc. Against Gafford to the left to Ball. Pick and roll with Bridges, and Ball take the 3 and hit it from straight away over Gafford.
And Ball saying, don't forget about me. I can hit it from deep too.
Again, this team has made 15 threes or more in 5 consecutive games. Only the 4th time in NBA history that that's happened. There's a beautiful reversal from Middleton to Washington in the right corner. Washington missed the 3. Ball got the rebound. Here comes Ball right to Knipple. Tee it up and rims the basket. And the rebound knocked toward the baseline by Washington. Run down by Middleton to the Mavericks. 15-9 is the Charlotte lead. Middleton driving on Bridges to the right side for Gafford. That's off his left hand, picked up by Ball. It's 3-on-1. Miller across the line, Diabate, and a good play by Brandon Williams to knock it away out of bounds to prevent what would have been a dunk.
Yeah, so Knippel missed that three. He had a bad shooting night the other night. It looks like his attempt to get to 50, 40, 90 is going to fall a little short because of that. It's going to be hard to climb back over 40 from three, but he's really playing well.
He's at 44 from three. He's at 48-9.
So that was the two, yeah, the two.
He's 48-9 overall. And again, at this time of the year with 20 games to go, it's hard to gain a full percentage point. Ball from the right side off the inbound, no good. And the rebound, Williams wins that battle, comes out of the traffic with it. Right up the middle he comes and draws the foul on Brandon Miller. It'll go to the line to shoot. And that is Brandon Williams at his best.
Yeah, keeps applying that pressure. The defense never really gets set. And so he's able to just get to that next gear, draw that foul by making contact because that defender's just not going to be set. And he's able to get to the line.
You know, talking about Charlotte's three-point shooting, since January 1st, when all of this really started turning around for them, they are averaging nearly 9 points a game more than their opponents from the three-point line.
They have more three-point attempts from just those three players I mentioned, Ball, Miller, and Knippel, than the Mavs as a team have since January 1st.
Shocking. And again, the Mavericks have...
Sometimes the math just simply is the math.
Yes. And the Mavericks now have gone quite a while here with really failing to run up the big three-point night. Only twice in their last 15 games have they made more than 11 three-pointers in a game. These guys are capable of 11 threes and a half.
Yep.
As Williams making the first and making the second one as well. And it's 15-11. As Knippel at the left hash mark to the flaring ball against Williams. Away from the Diabate screen, met by Middleton, and a foul call by Mark Lindsay against Brandon Williams from behind.
Yeah, a little bit of a shove, he says.
Third team foul against the Mavericks, in the first on Williams to side out of bounds. As Brandon Miller will inbound the ball from the foul line, extended on the right side. Watched by Caleb Martin, who's checked in the game. Along with Dwight Powell, replacing Gafford and Washington. That's who's in and who's out. Brought to you by In-N-Out Burger, always fresh and made to order. At In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger's all about. And a three-pointer from the left of the circle by Bridges is short. Christie the rebound for the Mavericks. To his left off Powell. To the left elbow, and will pull up over Brandon Miller. That's short. Long rebound. Knippel has it for Charlotte. Up the left side, driving on Martin. And to the rim, and he comes up short. And the rebound to Powell. And a loose ball foul against Charlotte.
Diabate, I think, shoved him out of bounds.
And that's going to be two fouls early on for Moussa Diabate. And that's three team fouls against Charlotte.
So not only do not have the Rookie of the Year battle, we also don't have Moussa versus Moussa. Because Moussa Cisse is not active tonight. I know everyone was anticipating that.
I certainly was.
The battle of the Moussas.
The battle of the Moussas. Again, Moussa Cisse with only 5 games remaining on his two-way contract.
And the Mavericks back-to-backs are going to have to use those judiciously.
Absolutely. With 22 games remaining, including tonight. Brandon Williams to his right, pulls up, right elbow, gets to settle in a 7-point first quarter for Brandon Williams. He's got the Mavericks' last 7 points, and it's 15-13. With 6:45 remaining in the first quarter, as ball through the center circle. And will hand off to Bridges, flaring the ball. Drives on Bridges, help from Powell. Loop it over the top, Knippel, touch it to Miller. And around the horn they go and find ball in the right corner, and he stepped out of bounds. As the Hornets will turn it over for the first time, leading to the first time out of the night by Charles Lee and Charlotte with 6:32 remaining in the first quarter. It's the Hornets 15, the Mavericks 13 on the Dallas Mavericks.
Girls turn me up, don't make me have to go crash out my coupe. Girls turn me up, got big rings like King James, no fluke. Girls turn me up, but 100 bottles, I ain't even eating no food. Girls turn me up, I'm in a new mansion, I ain't even swimming my pool. Girls turn me up, hey. Girls turn me up, girls turn me up, but 100 bottles, I ain't even eating no food. Girls turn me up, I'm in a new mansion, I ain't even swimming my pool. Girls turn me up, cause I'm always gonna get the last laugh. It's a knockout, I'm like Tank Davis with the right jab. Nighttime in a ski mask with a white jag. I like mine with her feet done and a nice bankroll. Gotta keep her with a nice bag. Van Cleef, Hermes. She soul searching her past life, had a bad vibe. I just told the papa got no limit on the cash line. Girls turn me up, don't make me have to go crash out my coupe. Girls turn me up, got big rings like King James, no fluke. Girls turn me up, but 100 bottles, I ain't even eating no food. Girls turn me up, I'm in a new mansion, I ain't even swimming my pool. Girls turn me up, hey. Girls turn me up. Girls turn me up, but 100 bottles, I ain't even eating no food. Girls turn me up, I'm in a new mansion, I ain't even swimming my pool. Turn it up a notch, it's a lot of money. She a bad, and she stay hundreds. No Ray-Bans, these time for a little AP, I bust down my wrist. I two-tone my 6'3", I'm lit. My agent gon' book all my trips. Need 100K, puts the back in, I'm lit. And this shooter always gon' shoot, no I don't miss. Girls turn me up, don't make me have to go crash out my coupe. Girls turn me up, got big rings like King James, no fluke. Girls turn me up, but 100 bottles, I ain't even eating no food. Girls turn me up, I'm in a new mansion, I ain't even swimming my pool. Girls turn me up, hey. Girls turn me up. Girls turn me up, but 100 bottles, I ain't even eating no food. Girls turn me up, I'm in a new mansion, I ain't even swimming my pool. Hey.
Veterans, especially with this long trip, how do you prepare your body and your mind for something like that?
15-13, Charlotte the lead. The Mavericks with the ball. Brandon Williams got Miller on his hip, and they get all the way to the rim to lay it up and in on the reverse.
9 early points for Brandon Williams in this first half of this first quarter.
And they are all in a row. The last 9 Dallas points coming from Williams to tie the game at 15. Here is Bridges in the lane with the right hand, too hard. Got his own rebound back, and in one motion, left wing 3. No good from Josh Green, the former Maverick, and Chris Middleton with a rebound. Here comes Middleton, and he'll pull up from the right wing for 3, long and left. Bridges the rebound, and he runs it right up the middle against Christie. Kick it right corner, Green out to the right wing. Miller for 3, short, and the rebound taken by Middleton. The Hornets are 2 of 9 from behind the line. Game tied at 15. Middleton against Green. Trying to back him down the mid-post, and Green knocked it away. Picked up by Ball, 3-on-2. Ball, lob it, and there's Miller to finish it at the right of the rim as he beat Caleb Martin to the rim.
First bucket in 3 minutes of play here.
The Hornets go in front 17-15. Here's Williams. Powell screens. Left hand whip to the right side, and Christie driving the baseline. He tried to whip it out, and that pass intercepted, but a foul call on the pass against Josh Green, and the Mavericks lucky there.
And you got a chance to catch up with Josh. Such a great guy. Really enjoying the role he has here, and really raving about Con Knipple, saying he's just so impressed by the rookie and how he kind of keeps himself, and just saying, quote, he's so good.
The Mavericks take out Williams and take out Chris Middleton, and Middleton with a word for official JT Orr, who I think when Middleton lost that ball to Green, thought he was fouled. No foul call, and those words continue as Caleb Martin from the right wing for 3, and he hits as he continues to just be a flamethrower from behind the three-point line. That is 15 for his last 25 from deep.
Yeah, look, really starting to feel healthy, enjoying his role, lockdown defender, and now really something from deep. 18 points the other night.
Actually, they call that a 2. They're saying his toe was on the line.
He's done that several times now. He's really got to be cognizant of where those feet are. I'd say more than anyone on the Mavs. He's had that about 3 or 4 times here of late.
So he's still 14 of 24 from behind the line. But his first 2 points, and we had a little spillage along the sideline.
Always beer.
Is it always beer?
If you're spilling, it's beer. It's a alcoholic drink of some sort. Nobody just spills Dr. Pepper because you're already kind of feeling good and, you know.
What? It's better to waste beer than it is to.
No, you're just kind of not all. You don't have your senses.
It's too early in the night for that.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
It's on what? It's 7:25 local
You started
time here.
like noon, right? I'm not a day drinker. I'm a very much drinks down, sun up guy. Like until the sun goes down, I can't. Because once you launch the activation sequence, there really is no slowing
What are
it
you,
down.
NASA?
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. NASA over here. The Hornets have it now. Ryan Kalkbrenner has it at the top of the arc, and now to Miller, right to left against Powell on the switch. He'll drive, he'll pump, he'll spin, he'll score from 10 feet.
And a lot of this improvement is just development of their own players. Miller taking another stair step up this year.
Well, and finally healthy, too, as Caleb Martin short Powell the offensive rebound, but not in a position to shoot. Nice move on an escape dribble by Christie for three from the right corner. No good. Kalkbrenner, the Charlotte rebound. The Hornets with a 19-17 lead. 4:35 remaining in the first quarter. Miller, left side, Grant Williams to Miller, back to Grant Williams, met by Powell over the top to Sion James, and to the top, Josh Green. Three is good.
Yeah, we know what Josh can do. He's athletic, can defend, and he's got to be able to hit that three.
Well, and he's shooting 44% from behind the line, and he became a very good corner three-point shooter with the Mavericks. As Martin on the drive, and he draws the foul, and he'll go to the line, and that puts Charlotte over the limit with 4:12 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, Josh, it's always been healthy. He had that shoulder this summer and just didn't start till late in this season, and just hopefully starting to really find his place here in this Hornets team. He said, quote, "Winning is fun," when I talked to him earlier, and it sure is.
Well, it's been a long slog for the Charlotte Hornets. 9 consecutive years they had not made the playoffs. And again, not guaranteed of making the playoffs, but it sure looks like they're going to have a chance to get to a spot by getting into the play-in. But they may be a whole lot better than that. And might be a team that right now nobody really wants to play in the first round.
There's always that team, right, that no one wants to play.
Like Detroit last year.
If they're healthy, this is kind of that first year where maybe they're going to experience some pain in the playoffs, but that'll be good for them long term.
2 free throws for Caleb Martin. And the Mavericks down by 3 at 22-19 is Sion James, the rookie from Duke, against Ryan Nembhard, who checked in the game along those with those free throws being shot. To Brandon Miller along the right side. Skip it over the top, not enough on it, and take it by Nembhard. Here comes Nembhard up the right side. Left hand dribble screen by Powell. He'll use it. Got Sion James on his hip, and then behind him, Caleb Martin. This time it is a three-pointer. It barely draws iron, and James with a rebound off the floor for Charlotte.
Yeah, it was going left. Just didn't really win set.
Off of Kalkbrenner. Lost the handle, got it back. And hands to Grant Williams. Out top to Miller. Against P.J. Washington, 10 to shoot. Will pull up deep three. Hit it. A 10-point first quarter for Brandon Miller. And Charlotte up 6 at 25-19. Nembhard to Powell out top. They'll dare him to shoot. Not looking to shoot. Pushes it back right to Nembhard. Pick and roll with Powell. He crossed over, lost the ball. Green coming out of there against A.J. Johnson. Turned back to the right to Williams. To Miller and back to Williams for a right wing three. That's good. And Jason Kidd's got to take a timeout as the Hornets, again, with their ability to shoot three-pointers, open up the 9-point lead in the midst of an 11-2 run right now with 3:04 remaining in the first quarter. It's the Hornets 28, the Mavericks 19 on.
create. It's the cutting off that spacing. That's what he really likes to see. That it's not just the fast pace that they're going for. They're going for optimal shots as PJ misses the first free throw.
And a struggle from the line for Washington all year, just 67% as Gafford comes back in for the Mavericks to replace Dwight Powell. Washington, his last 9 games played, averaged right around 15-7. And Jason Kidd was really kind of upset when he sprained his ankle late in that Brooklyn game because he really liked the way that Washington was playing, but
he just hadn't been able to find a rhythm.
3 sprained ankles this year will do that to you as he hits the second one.
Mavericks already down 15 in the three-point column.
28-20. Knippel back in the game to the left of Brandon Miller, and a hold. Ryan Nembhard about 35 feet from the basket getting called for a hold.
Yeah, it's a young mistake there. Good to see him with the Mavs full time. Really like him, like how he organized the offense, gets everybody involved. People like playing with him.
Hornets will have James to Knippel and 2 Duke teammates from a year ago. Team that went to the Final Four and lost in the semifinals to Houston. To Brandon Miller, they left him alone and they let him shoot it off the bounce, and he made it. It's a 13-point first quarter for Brandon Miller.
Got to know your scouting report. That is not somebody you leave.
31-20. As Nembhard has it with 2:15 remaining in the first quarter to Washington against Grant Williams. Crossover right to left and lost it going up. Picked up by Knippel. Behind his back goes Miller right to left. Pushes it to Grant Williams at the top of the arc in transition. Hits the back of the rim. The rebound batted ahead by Nembhard to Washington. And up the right side comes Martin. Martin at the right wing. To the right side, deep A.J. Johnson. Dribbles out to the wing. Gafford up to screen for him. Now against Grant Williams. Pass blocked by Grant Williams as he tried to get it to Gafford. And picked up by Sion James. The 6th Dallas turnover of the first quarter. Here's Green. Handoff to Knippel. Right to left. Top of the arc. Back to Green under the basket. Left corner to Williams and out to the top. Sion James on the drive. Spins on Gafford. Couldn't shoot it. Out to Knippel. He'll drive it on Caleb Martin. Off balance runner. Off the back rim. No good. And Gafford the rebound.
Great offensive ball movement, though.
Tremendous. And there's a nice cut by Caleb Martin to score on a reverse off the bounce pass from Ryan Nembhard. Beautifully done by Martin for his 6th point. 31-22. Charlotte the lead, 70 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Here's Miller in the middle of the floor. Want to try to come up and trap him. They won't, though, as Miller now keeps the dribble. A switch by Washington. And a pass deflected out of bounds by Martin, and the Hornets will keep it with 7 to shoot as Christie comes back in the game for the Mavericks for A.J. Johnson.
Mavs 0-6 from deep. Charlotte 6 of 14 from deep. That is the difference right now in a 9-point game.
31-22 as James will inbound from just below the left hash mark. And into Miller. With 5 to shoot, put it on the floor, pull up again. That one long and right, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds. And Sion James touched that last. It'll be Dallas ball. As the Mavericks will have it with 50.6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Trey Mann has checked in now for Charlotte as Charles Lee going a little deeper into his lineup tonight than he has of late, where he's been playing 9. He's already played 10 here in the first quarter now.
Yeah, Mavs only have 10 healthy bodies tonight.
Here's Nembhard against Mann. Left-hand dribble and take it all the way to the rim, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot. Good job. Had that little hostage dribble that kept Mann on his hip, and he just kept going all the way to the rim.
He's going to have an opportunity here in these last 20-plus games to show that, he belongs in this rotation next year. And so he came out like a ball of fire, then got on the scouting report, and there were some adjustments to it, and he's going to be attacked offensively, but offensively and I'm not just saying it's because of the size, but just being that J.J. Barea, not picking up your dribble, organizing the offense, and then knowing when to attack, how to create some space offensively with that size to get your shot off, and he misses the first free throw.
Well, Mavericks are 6 of 8 from the line here in the quarter. Again, not struggling to get to the free throw line and actually making a pretty good percentage here in the quarter, but 0-6 from 3 certainly does not help. And the Hornets can play 2 for 1 here with 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. And Knippel lost the ball, dribbled it off his foot, picked up by Nembhard, ahead to Gafford, and he tried to dunk it, missed it. And the rebound to Sion James to Trey Mann.
I think he was in between a layup and a dunk there.
11-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as Mann will work into the middle of the floor. One-time, big-time scorer, Florida, first-round pick of Oklahoma City. He works to his right, crosses to his left. Now to Knipple, 2 to shoot. Again off the bounce, and that's long and right. The rebound knocked ahead by Christie to Nembhard with 5 seconds left. Oh, he had a chance to shoot it, passed it up with 3 and 2 and 1, and does get it away in time, but that's going to be short. A challenge 2 instead of an open 3.
I didn't mind it, though, because you didn't want to leave too much time on the clock for a bucket the other way.
The end of the first quarter, the Hornets 6 of 16 from behind the line to 0 of 6 from the Mavericks. An 18-point difference from behind the line in a 8-point game, 31-23, Charlotte leads it. We go to the second on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
Texas, it's
to begin the second quarter in their teal uniforms as they shoot to our right with LaMelo Ball back in the game and enters to Miles Bridges, played by P.J. Washington. Knipple comes around right to left. Nice job by Christie to stay with him. A screen by Diabate as he works to his right, back left to Bridges, 4 to shoot. Right to left, nice move, hanging, and a great play by Dwight Powell to block the shot and come down with the ball inbound underneath the basket.
Especially without fouling.
Here's Washington, pull up, left wing 3, and that is short. The rebound taken by Bridges of Charlotte.
Still no threes for the Mavs.
0-7 from behind the line. Here's Ball. Enters to Bridges. Mismatch here with Nembhard. Got to the rim and missed the layup. And the rebound knocked out by Christie to Powell and back to Christie, who comes up the left side. Christie pushes it right to Nembhard at the right hash mark. As he directs Travis, trying to get it to Washington on a post-up soft entry pass, but Washington got it. Pump fake, he got Diabate up in the air. Running left-hand hook is no good. Rebound off the hands of Powell and saved by Ball into Diabate. Here comes Knipple to Bridges. Top of the arc holds, right to Trey Mann. Turns the corner on Nembhard, but then couldn't get it away. Out to Ball, fakes the shot, put it on the floor, and the rookie John Poulikitis, the two-way player, signed on late Saturday night, and the game gets called for the foul.
Good job right off the bat with Poulikitis.
Had to do it under pressure, man. Once the game started, had to get it right. Been messing around with it for 3 days. And usually I'm pretty good about these things, but for some reason I've just been dyslexic here. I'm just misplacing syllables.
You got it.
The inbound for ball from the left sideline into man. Played by Pulakidis. Drop it to Kalkbrenner. Coming around is Knipple, left to right. Quick release against Christie. Off the back rim, no good. Washington the rebound. And Knipple now 1 of 6 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3. No points here in the first minute and 25 seconds as ball fouls Dwight Powell trying to receive a pass from Washington.
Watch out on those Greek pronunciations. You're going to be good at doing my grandmother's maiden name, which was Papa Michalopoulos.
Papa Michalopoulos?
Yeah, well, close. I'll give it to you.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Just so you realize that. I'll be better. As Powell off the inbound, and the seas part, and he's able to get all the way home to dunk the ball and let that be the drive of the game.
Charles Lee not happy at all.
Not at all. Brought to you by the parking spot. At the parking spot, we've got airport parking covered. 10:16 remaining in the first half. 31-25 Charlotte on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network. Business and stay protected as it grows. It's everything you need all in one place. Launch your business today at zenbusiness.com. Charles Lee not liking the defensive intensity on that last Mavericks possession as Dwight Powell had about a 12-foot width to drive that ball right down the middle of the lane and get it all the way to the basket.
Yeah, and talking to some Mavericks coaching personnel before the game, asking them what they attribute a lot of this turnaround the Hornets to, and they said defense. They just really play a lot better defense than they have been in the past, and that is a huge reason. We talk about the offense all the time, but they're a top 10 defense as well.
Well, they are, and sixth since January 1st. 19-9 since then. LaMelo Ball in the game, hanging off balance. Good defense by Williams, and the rebound. Pulakidis ahead to Christie, but met by Bridges, so he couldn't shoot the basket. Cross court left to right. Williams to the right corner. Pulakidis into the lane for Powell, knocked away by Kalkbrenner. And in the hands of Man 3-on-2. Man, and to the right to Bridges, and he probably could have shot the floater himself. And the other way, Brandon Williams on the fly, left-hand layup, good, as he's able to protect the ball away from the shot-blocking Kalkbrenner.
An alley-oop to no one that turned into 2 easy points the other way.
31-27, and the Hornets have gone 2.5 minutes here in the second quarter without scoring. Knipple to the right to Bridges, right to left, into the lane, into Brandon Williams, and he missed the layup. And the rebound taken by Powell. They're 0-5 here to start the quarter. Washington in the lane. Gathers, goes up, and got fouled by Bridges. And he'll go to the line to shoot, and a technical foul on Bridges, who thought that he was fouled at the other end. Gediminas Petritis teeing Miles Bridges up.
Take advantage of these free throws right here. You can make it a one-point game in a game where you haven't scored a single field goal, and the other team from 3, and the other team scored 6 of them. Don't let these easy ones from the charity stripe get away from you.
So here's Washington.
Relentless in playing physical basketball. Mavs don't give up.
Basket free throw good from Washington. The Hornets scored their last point with 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And the Mavericks now within 3 and with a chance to get closer with PJ on the line to shoot.
Commissioner in the house today. He's a Duke alum, and I think it's Duke night here, obviously with Knipple and Cooper Flagg, who everybody wanted to play, and then being so close to the campus, there's some people from the university here, and a lot of fans were here ahead of time to see Khan work out, so he is here to enjoy Duke night.
7 consecutive points now for the Mavericks, going back to the end of the first quarter.
He didn't call me and tell him he was coming to town. I don't understand.
I know. Why didn't I get that heads up? And Washington rolls home the second one, and it's a 1-point game at 31-30. As Miles Bridges will bring it up against Washington. Bottom of the jump circle. Ball flaring to his left, receives the pass against Christie, works to his right, pick and roll. Bridges met in the lane, spins away, and then able to score it with the height advantage over Brandon Williams.
Yeah, just too small right there.
33-30. Christie, middle of the floor, left off of Powell. Pull up for 3. Off the back rim, no good. Long rebound, Pulakidis got it back out. Washington for 3. That's good. The first 3 of the night for the Mavericks. Ties the game at 33.
Key point there. Just see if you can keep this going.
And Washington with the last 6 Mavericks points. As Ball along the left side trying to turn the corner on Bridges, on Williams, pull up, miss. Pulakidis the rebound. Outlet right, Brandon Williams on the fly. Crossover right to left to the trailing Powell. Open in the left corner is Christie for 3. It hit the top of the backboard and stayed in play for Josh Green's rebound.
It's too deep in the corner.
Slowly, Miles Bridges on the right side. Against Christie, rescreened by Knipple. Now against Williams, spins on him in the lane and will miss it, but he's fouled and he'll go to the line as they were able to create that mismatch off the switch.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that basket, that stanchion, the basket actually juts out from the baseline, and so if you're too deep in that corner, you've got to, thread a needle to get it over there, and so you want to be inside a couple of feet.
You just don't expect a 42% three-point shooter to take that shot. Christie 4 of 8 from behind the line the other night, which was a really good sign, Brian, because he had a really tough month in February.
Yeah, he just got to keep putting them up. He's got a slower delivery, so sometimes he hesitates when there's some closeouts, but he's got to hoist up 10 a game when you shoot that effectively.
Middleton and Martin check back in the game for the Mavericks with Washington and Christie to sit down. Sion James back in the game for the Hornets.
I remember watching him when SMU played Duke back last, 13 months ago when we had no idea Cooper Flagg would be a Maverick, and really liked his game. I'm not like you, watch a ton of college basketball until our season's over, and I can catch up for draft reasons, but he did impress me.
Bridges missed the second free throw. Mavericks have the rebound, and Powell with the ball just over the midcourt line. And he'll handle it against Diabate, drop it off between his legs to Martin, right wing drive against Knipple, and trying to go through him, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. That was nice patience on the part of Martin. It looked like he was going to have to step on him. Knipple did a good job getting back to him, but then a little creativity from Caleb Martin.
Yeah, Knipple is a two-way player, but you got to make him work on that end, and he just... Look, if that defender's not in perfect position, you make body contact. We just played against Shea. He's the king of kind of using that to your advantage. They're going to call that foul.
Caleb Martin on the line, 6 first quarter points. 61.7% for the season, and line drives it off the back of the rim.
Yeah, the big thing with him is he's got to get arc on that shot.
Powell sits down. Gafford comes back in.
Good minutes for Powell. We saw earlier where they kind of backed off Powell when he's up top trying to facilitate. I don't know why more defenses don't do that. He's not a threat to score up there, and that kind of clogs those passing lanes.
Second one rims out by Martin, and James with a rebound for the Hornets. The Hornets with a 34-33 lead, 7:35 remaining in the first half. As James against Williams, screen right by Bridges, now against Middleton on the switch, the right hash mark, deeper right side, Bridges, baseline on Gafford, help from Williams, pass out, short hop, Josh Green, take the three, knocks it down.
Yeah, left him open again, ran away from the guy with the ball.
7-3 for the Hornets in 18 attempts, and Charlotte by 4, 37-33. Williams pushes it right to Martin, play by Knipple. Screen from Gafford, he'll use it and get to the right elbow, crossover right to left, off balance banker. I think Knipple got a piece of that one, and it came down to Diabate. James to the trailing Knipple, pull up three-pointer off the left of the rim, no good. Rebound Diabate, tipped it to himself, score with a foul, and a chance of the three-point play with a chance of Moose in the background.
Those offensive rebounds, and that's another one where he just fought for it, got it, and then one chance after that missed three from Knipple.
Chris Middleton gets called for the foul.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Gafford was just out of the play, and Middleton couldn't fight for it.
3 team fouls against the Mavericks. Middleton picks up his first, and Diabate looking for his 5th point of the night.
Remember that these Hornets traded away their centers, Richards and Williams this summer. Putting a lot into Diabate.
He missed the free throw, but a lane violation against the Mavericks will give him another chance. 66% from the line from Moussa Diabate. Native of France, played college ball 1 year at Michigan.
France, I mean, you just every game there's a good French player.
Now Brandon Miller was set out the entire second quarter. Checks back in for Knipple, leading scorer for the Hornets with 13 points. And Diabate in his 4th year, his 2nd year here in Charlotte, first 2 years with the Clippers. And on the second chance, able to complete the three-point play. It's a 7-0 run for Charlotte after the Mavericks had a 13-2 run to tie the game. It's 40-33 as Williams in the middle of the floor will work to his right off Gafford. Back in the middle of Middleton. Swing it left, Poulikitis. Across the way to Williams. He'll drive. He gets to the rim. He'll float it up, and the finish not there from Gafford. The rebound taken by Sion James. And Gafford got banged up behind the play. Hornets have number Sion James in the rim. And just like Powell before, he throws it down with the seas parting for him. It's a 9-0 Charlotte run. The Hornets up 9 with 6:22 remaining in the first half. 42-33 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
TXU Energy.
2-run to tie the game early in the second quarter. 42-33 is the Hornets lead. The Hornets showing a press out of the timeout. Mavericks shooting to our left with Brandon Williams in the middle of the floor and the shot clock at 10. At the right elbow, it's Chris Middleton and a foul against the Hornets. And they're going to get Diabate for a foul, and that's going to be 3 on him. And the 14th foul against Charlotte.
Really important part of the game where it can get away from you. Again, that 9-0 run, it was tied, and then or it can tighten up again going into half.
Brandon Williams from the left sideline into Gafford. Middleton overplayed and had a backup to get the pass from Gafford against Miller. And now Josh Green switches on to him. Middleton between his legs, right to left, crossover left to right on the run. Able to hit it from the dotted line in the lane for his second basket. He's got 4. 42-35.
It's that steady hand and just get you a bucket when you need one.
Miller in and out to his right. Hook it to the top. Diabate. Hand off to Miller. Working left on Martin. Spinning to his right. Oh, threw an elbow into an offensive foul.
Yeah, absolutely. Good call there.
Second foul on Brandon Miller.
Yeah, Caleb Martin, just such good perimeter defense. Makes it so difficult for who he's guarding to get it.
And moving his jaw around a little bit. Took a pretty good shot there.
That left shoulder right into the jaw. I'd be still on the floor.
Here comes Williams for the Mavericks. Bounces to Middleton. Screen Gafford. Work to his left. Against Diabate. Pump fake. Leaning in. Trying to draw the foul. Came up short. Rebound. Off the hands of Middleton. Picked up by Miller of Charlotte. Gafford again behind the play. Drop it off down low. And Diabate couldn't get there. He was trying to seal. But it was a bad entry pass. Really a bad angle to make that pass. And the Hornets turn it over for the 6th time tonight.
Chris could have easily gotten a foul call on that.
Here is Williams, enter it to Gafford against Sion James. Big height advantage here. Out to Brandon Williams, catch and shoot. That's short. And the rebound one-handed by Miller. The Mavericks 1 of 11 now from behind the three-point line. James right to left. Miller fakes the shot on A.J. Johnson. Put it on the floor. Left to Bridges. Back to Miller. At the bottom of the jump circle against Johnson. Screen by Green. Now the switch by Middleton. Miller tries to take him with the left. And with the left hand, banks it in. High off the glass, but he's got 15.
Yeah, the former 3rd pick in the draft. Really playing well.
44-35. The Hornets back up by 9. Middleton in the lane. Drop it off. Dunker spot. It's not a dunk, but it's a layup for Caleb Martin.
There's actually a cut from the corner. Wise move there in the back door.
And Martin now with 8 points. 44-37. Mavericks shooting just under 40%. The Hornets just under 45%. Bridges to the left to Miller. High screen by Diabate to the right. Play by Gafford, then hook it back left to Bridges with 4 on the clock. One bounce leaning in for 3. He's fouled. Caleb Martin gets called for the foul.
That's a tough one because he was a foot inside the 3-point line, but he went so far forward, Bridges did, with that his motion that he bumped into Martin, and that's where that was. And Jason Kidd saying a little bit of a swipe there. It's the right call. It's just you got to close out without fouling and go by those players.
The 28th time this year that the Mavericks have fouled a 3-point shooter, but they have been much better of late since the end of December. This is just the 10th time that they did it. They did it 18 times in the first 27 games of the year, which was just absurd. So
are they still first in the league in that category?
They are not. They're not. Actually, Detroit is first. 42 times. Thank you, Sport Radar, for looking that up for us today. As Bridges with a pair of free throws and trying to make it a double-digit lead. And he can't off the back of the rim. Rebound right to Grant Williams to Josh Green for a 10 a.m. 3, and he got it.
Yeah, you talked about offensive rebounds turning into threes. That's a perfect example. You just shoot those threes in rhythm, and they're usually open.
Josh Green with 9 points, and it's 49-37, and the Hornets have their biggest lead. With 3:45 remaining in the half, Middleton at the right wing to the right corner to Martin. Dribbles back out to the wing. In the middle to Nembhard, who's checked in the game. Off of Christie. Try to get it. Nice backhand pass to Gafford. Deflected by Knipple. Although Knipple said it went off of Gafford.
Looked like it went off Gafford. Charles Lee looking to his replay coach. They're not going to challenge this one.
He's still looking down his bench. And multiple substitutions for the Mavericks. with 6 seconds on the shot clock. And Nembhard to inbound the ball from the baseline to the left of the basket. He looks, got it to Middleton, and a whistle before the ball's inbounded. A foul against the Hornets, and it's on Brandon Miller as we pause for station identification on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
KEGL, Fort Worth, Dallas.
For his third foul call before the ball was inbounded, so Middleton will shoot, and then the Mavericks will have the ball. And the free throw is up and good for the 85.6% free throw shooting Chris Middleton. And now a rare appearance for the veteran Pat Connaughton in his 11th season out of Notre Dame, as Miller will sit down with the 3 fouls. Second Hornet with 3 fouls inbound. Oh, nice play by Middleton to Powell, lays it up and in. He had a wide open midi from the baseline. He saw Powell, though, wide open underneath.
Good cut there. No, that's
and
over
now that's
back.
A backcourt violation against LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, no one touched it.
Well, the Hornets a bit sloppy here in the second quarter with 3:24 remaining.
Try to cut this 9-point lead down as far as you can by half.
Christie bounces it into Middleton. Wants Powell to come up to screen for him. And he rolls, and a foul call on Connaughton on the roll. That'll put Dwight Powell on the free throw line.
Yeah, and the Mavs will be on the free throw line the rest of the way.
Now, Charlotte generally is a team that does not foul very much. They have fouled now 14 times tonight. They average a little over 20 fouls committed per game. That is the fewest in the NBA. And Powell way off the mark on the first one, long and left.
Yeah, the free throws are really becoming an issue for the Mavs when you play so many clutch games, so many tight games, and you're just giving these up. 5 misses here in the first half. There's really no excuse for it.
They are creating enough opportunities for themselves in a different way. Clearly, you'd love to see more three-point shots made, but they're creating scoring opportunities almost every time down the floor. They're not doing a really good job of taking advantage of it as Powell hit the second one. Here's Grant Williams on the cutting to Con Kniffel, running the baseline from right to left and scoring on the reverse.
Just got right behind Powell.
51-41, 3 minutes remaining in the half. Nembhard and to Middleton. Backing down on Josh Green. Back out Nembhard over Connaughton for 3. That's long, and the rebound to Kniffel. Here comes Ball up the middle. Here's off to his left. Great screen by Grant Williams. Knocked off Washington as he got the ball back and knocks down the 3.
That was the vision of Grant Williams when he signed by the Mavs, be a 3-and-D.
He's with the Mavericks the first half of 2024 and then traded at the deadline. Part of the P.J. Washington trade, and Washington with the ball. Down the lane, floater is good. After a little show and go, and he's got 9. 54-41 with 2:20 remaining in the half. Ball in the middle of the floor. Connaughton wanted it, couldn't get it as Middleton overplayed him. Former teammate in Milwaukee. Now Grant Williams has it 5 to shoot. Ball coming around left to right. Behind his back to his left against Powell. Stepping back. Off 1 foot for 3, and he hit it from the hash mark. What a shot by LaMelo Ball.
He loves shooting those.
Under 2 to play in the first quarter. Washington knocked away by Ball from behind. Picked up by Connaughton. Up the right side. Ball. Touch it. Kniffel. Right corner 3. Short. Dwight Powell the rebound. This is a 23-10 run for Charlotte over the last 5 minutes. As they're up 14, Middleton in and out to his left, trying to back Kniffel down, left of the lane, and shoot a turnaround from 12, and that rolls around, falls off, and the rebound of Grant Williams.
Difficult shot.
Well played defensively by the rookie Kniffel. Ball backs up on his dribble, met by a double team, drop it to Williams in the middle of the lane, whip it back left, and Connaughton for 3, no good, and the rebound to Middleton. Here comes Middleton, 1:10 remaining in the half to Christie. Picks up his dribble down low. Washington turns on Ball, pumps, and Ball comes right down on top of the ball, blocks it out of bounds with 14 on the shot clock.
Christie's got to be willing to take those pull-ups in transition sometimes.
Miles Bridges will come back in for the Hornets. And Josh Green will sit down. The former Maverick, a nice first half. 9 points in 14 minutes. And the Hornets are plus 20 with him on the floor.
Plus 27 from the three-point line. Just absolutely hard to come back from that.
Left baseline, Washington backing down on ball, met by Williams as well. Out to Christie, top of the arc three is good for the second three for the Mavericks in 13 attempts.
He's got to keep putting them up to just carve into that disadvantage.
57-46 in the final 50 seconds, and again, as was the case in the first quarter, Charlotte can play 2 for 1. With ball at the bottom of the jump circle, watched by Nembhard. As ball directs traffic, Knippel up the screen, no look pass left, and a three-pointer for Grant Williams that's no good. Knippel, the offensive rebound, out the ball, fake the shot. Hesitation, dribble, backs up against Nembhard, down to 9 to shoot, working to his left, pocket pass away from Connaughton, picked off by Max Christie. To Powell, down low, Washington, a flyby by Ball, he missed the layup. And he missed the layup because it's goaltending against the Hornets.
Yeah, almost would have pulled that ball back out. The shot clock was off, and now you have to defend. So are you going to end up at a net zero or maybe even a -1 from this?
Grant Williams gets called for the goaltend. And it'll be Charlotte's ball.
Sometimes it's best just to pull that out, take the last shot.
P.J. Washington, 10-point second quarter. 11 points for him. He and Brandon Williams both in double figures for the Mavericks with 11. As Ball lets it run down with 5 and 4 to his right. Cuts left to the rim and missed the layup on the double pump. The rebound batted out to Knippel, and the shot blocked by Christie on the flyby as the horn sounds to end the first half. And the Mavericks were teetering there right at the end of the half. They get a couple of baskets from P.J. Washington, and it's a 9-point game at halftime at 57-48. You should say 1 from Washington and then 1 from Max Christie on that three-pointer.
Well, this is exactly how we thought we would play out. We said the three-point line was going to be the key in this game, and this team is a -24 at the three-point line, and miraculously only down 9, which is a lot to their driving, their physicality, their ability to get out and play strong in the defense, but they just got to generate more looks from deep and try to close out without foul.
Won't you make it stop? Snow is piled 5 feet high. Dog ate the pecan pie. Hurry up, store-bought is fine. Christmas time again. They say it's so pretty that time in New York City. I say cold and gritty, packed in like sardines. Got a flat on the interstate. Mama warned me, don't be late. Pretty please save me a plate. Christmas time again.
Uncle Eddie's new friend Jane.
Sister's back with what's his name.
All together once again.
And once a year is plenty.
After bouncing off the wall.
Hear the cackle down the hall. Too loud to think at all. Christmas time again.
Here come the holidays, so
Save up a whole month's pay and
spend it on a one-night stay with a view of Rockefeller. Racing for the icy weather.
bake the cookies, knit the sweater. Stand in line, wait forever. Christmas time again. If December's got you down, take the time and look around. You will find there's love abound. Christmas time again. Hear the jolly jingle sound. Christmas time again.
How we gon' go like this? Talking about twice in a row like this. When you got mans out of flow like this. Acting out like you ain't know about. How we gon' go like this? You know, makes sense that we roll like this. Now you got mans out of flow like this. Thought we was a team, yeah. Now we all out talking about it ain't work. We was on top, had this thing on lock. 10 a.m. shots in the web, now trying to bounce back. Can I get a witness? How you gon' say that my business? When I broke things, didn't think it hurt like this. Think it feel like this. Lord, I need a witness. How we gon' play in a winning this? Now we got bodies on both sides of the fence. Stay playing the fence. What we gon' make of this year? Couldn't tell moms that we split. Couldn't go through out of risk it. How to put us up with some lease, yeah. What we gon' make of this year? Everyone knows that we split. Couldn't go through out of risk it. Finna go, man's finna go ghost, finna go ghost, pull up in your city with the roast, now brother finna do the most, tenant all the winners and the lows. I'm like, okay, you tell me I stutter, okay, you feeling all scutter, you play, okay, yeah. Can I get a witness? How you gon' say that my business? When I broke things, didn't think it hurt like this, think it feel like this. Lord, I need a witness. How we gon' play in a winning this? Now we got bodies on both sides of the fence. Stay playing the fence. Finna let it go. I'm finna let it go. No. I'm finna let it go. I'm finna let it go. Can I get a witness? How we gon' play in a winning this? Now we got bodies on both sides of the fence. Stay playing the fence.
Said she need a wah. I can't keep up. She miss me and I gus. Can tell by how she stressed. Said she need a wah. I can't keep up. She miss me and I gus. Can tell by how she stressed. Can tell by how she stressed. Can tell by how she stressed. Slow wine on me, baby, move like water. Energy sweet, hotter than Sahara. VVS strip, put your glow shine harder. Every little step got me thinking go farther. Touch road and the vibe get sticky. Dancing in the moonlight, waistline tricky. Can't dump sugar, but then I you the feature. Whisper in your ear, make you follow procedure. Follow procedure. Energy sweet, hotter than Sahara. VVS strip, put your glow shine harder. Every little step got me thinking go farther. Dancing in the moonlight, waistline tricky. Can't dump sugar, but then I you the feature. Whisper in your ear, make you follow procedure. Said she need a wah. I can't keep up. She miss me and I gus. Can tell by how she stressed. Said she need a wah. I can't keep up. She miss me and I gus. Can tell by how she stressed.
I see that you've been running uphill. You got the weight up on your back still. think that no one else is knowing all the ways that you've been going. But I can't tell you that I've been on every corner, every street. I know the way, I know the cost. I've carried dreams I thought were lost, and I can't tell you what I've seen on every corner, every street. I know the nights, I've paid the price. I've carried hope through sacrifice. I know that words might not be what you're looking for, but I will do my best to give you something more. Hey, you're running towards the flame. Fire's in your name. Don't keep on worrying about everything. Don't keep on worrying about everything. Hey, you're running towards the flame. The fire still remains. Don't keep on worrying about everything. Don't keep on worrying about everything. Darkness linger over your face. And I see a little part of, a little part of myself. I have carried nights alone, and I walk streets without a home. I know the way, I know the cost, but I'm no Jesus on a cross. I know that words might not be what you're looking for, but I will do my best to give you something more. Hey, you're running towards the flame. Fire's in your name. Don't keep on worrying about everything. Don't keep on worrying about everything. Hey, you're running towards the flame. The fire still remains. Don't keep on worrying about everything. Don't keep on worrying about everything.
You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a minute to figure out my limits. You cross them more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just last waste away. One more time is all we need. A bitter truth to face, not that innocent. We know what we did. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kinda toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Oh, it's toxic, babe. Yeah, yeah. It's toxic, babe.
For their shots from deep.
25 of 46 from the three-point line. Underneath now the left block, Brandon Miller back out. Diabate, he won't shoot, but Miles Bridges might and will from the top of the arc, and that's a brick. And the rebound taken down by Daniel Gafford of the Mavericks. Mavericks in their white uniforms tonight. They shoot to our right in the second half. Charlotte in the teal with the pinstripes. They shoot to our left as Christie on the drive down the lane will hook it up, and there's Daniel Gafford this time to make no mistake with it at the front of the rim.
Yeah, it was the inverse of the play to open the game. Instead of Christie taking it all away, he does the alley-oop.
Here's ball from right to left to Brandon Miller. Will push off on Washington as he drives, and he'll take it off the floor, scoop it, no good, and that's going to be offensive interference on Diabate.
Definitely did not get out of the cylinder there. Good start for the Mavs.
57-50. Mavericks, of course, lost to Charlotte back on January 29th by 2. 123-121. As Christie has it, he'll shoot the runner in the lane. That comes up short. Rebound is volleyball around, and finally Miller has it in the middle of the lane for Charlotte. The ball and back to Miller, trailing the play from three. It's no good. And a poke ahead from Williams to Middleton up the right side. 2-on-1. Washington to Gafford.
Yeah, it was there the whole time on that 2-on-1. I saw it developing. Good play by Washington to find him.
57-52. Knipple from right to left, driving on Washington. Jump stop, pull up, 10-footer, banked it in.
And he's got to find other ways to score if that deep ball's not going down for him.
His third field goal in 10 attempts. He's got 6. Now Washington has it stolen by Ball in the left corner for 3. It's no good. Long rebound, Brandon Williams. And he comes flying. 3-on-2. Right corner, Christie. Tee up the 3. That comes up short. That's the one that's got to go. Brandon Miller grabs the rebound.
Absolutely wide open.
Knipple. The right hash mark, drop it to Bridges. He'll drive on Gafford through the lane. The ball to the top to Miller. Around Middleton. Passes up the in-between. Pass out to Bridges. Tried to get at the ball in the corner. And Brandon Williams deflects it out of bounds.
Good active hands to disrupt that play by Brandon Williams. The entire coaching staff applauding that.
So ball will inbound from the deep left sideline with 9 to shoot. Exactly 2 minutes into the third quarter. Ball into Diabate. Ball overplayed by Williams, got it back, tried to drop it off to Diabate, pass deflected, but he got it, and then reverses right, Bridges for 3. That's no good. Knipple tipped it back out to Miller to the right side. Ball, catch and shoot 3 is good.
Quick release there.
And just too many chances for Charlotte. The Hornets now 7 offensive rebounds for 11 second chance points. 62-52. As Williams to Middleton against Knipple. Will pull up from the left elbow over him, and he gets it to settle home. 7 for Chris Middleton. 62-54. Here's Ball on the arena logo, right side of the floor. Below the hash mark, pulls up, doesn't shoot. Swings it into the middle for Bridges. Right to left, got to his strong hand and draws the foul on Middleton, and it'll go to the line.
Of course, being here in the Spectrum Center reminds me of the last All-Star game I came to, which was Dirk's final All-Star game, where he was the honorary choice along with Dwayne Wade, and he played about 5 minutes in the second quarter, put up 3 threes, made them all.
Right, exactly.
And said, thank you very much, I am done. And it was perfect capping to his All-Star career.
Exit stage left, right?
Nothing but net
drop the
on
mic,
all 3.
Drop the mic, leave it. Listen, just kind of the way he finished his career with those 2 games against Phoenix and San Antonio at the end of the 2019 season. Bridges made the first, missed the second, and the rebound taken by Middleton. 63-54, Charlotte a 9-point lead, 3 minutes into the third quarter. Christie to his left, screen by Gafford, and will pull up from the left wing. It's an air ball over the top of the rim, and it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Charlotte's ball.
He's got to keep shooting, though. He can't be deterred from that.
And Ball will walk it up to Knippel. Play by Middleton. Picks up the dribble. To Bridges at the left wing, trying to back Christie down. He bumps, rolls through the lane, and with the right hand and able to score it. He's just got a bigger body. He's 230, and Christie's about 190, and he used that size advantage and physicality to get himself a better shot. And Williams, a blow by him, Knippel, but he missed the left-hand layup. And Diabate the rebound.
Stay in control.
Here comes Ball, left to right off of Diabate. Pick and roll with him. He'll hang, and he'll shoot the floater. No good. Got his own rebound. Dribbles out to the right corner, and will try the three from there, and he got it. Missed the easy shot, hit the difficult shot off the turnaround in the corner, falling out of bounds against Williams.
That's what he does. He loves taking that. He's really adjusted this new role here, and the separation starts.
The Hornets have their biggest lead of the night with 8:13 remaining in the third quarter. Charlotte 68, the Mavericks 54 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
Big trip on the horizon? The parking spot gets you going faster. Book online to save money and get
to win prizes and support your Dallas Mavericks. For more information, visit Mavs.com/watch parties. Charlotte on an 11-2 run right now, opening up their biggest lead of the game at 14. With 8:13 remaining in the third quarter, it's 68-54.
And they're doing this on a off night from Knippel from deep. 5.
And the Mavericks bring it up, but again, out of every timeout, the Hornets have shown that three-quarter court pressure. They back off now into man-to-man. Dwight Powell in the game out of the timeout. Fakes the handoff to Christie. Christie cuts through, gets the pass, and then lost it off his hands and out of bounds.
And get another design play, just not executed perfectly, and the Mavs just a little step off.
The 10th turnover by the Mavericks, but only 5 points for Charlotte off of the prior 9 Dallas miscues as Ball walks it up against Brandon Williams. Bounce pass right to Miller, played by Caleb Martin. Left hand push to Knippel at the top of the arc. Screen and roll by Diabate as Knippel keeps the dribble left to right to Miller. 4 to shoot on Martin. Stop and go dribble. Spins to his left. Hang in the lane. Off the back rim. No good. Middleton with the rebound for the Mavericks, and he'll bring it up.
Yeah, Martin kept his feet. Didn't commit a foul.
Will work to his right. Will drive and finds the cutting Powell coming down the lane. He can't finish it, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line as he slaps his hands in frustration, knowing that he probably should have finished that one. And I think that's going to be on Miller.
Yep, it is on Miller. And, Powell's kind of kicking himself saying, I should have finger rolled it. No, you should have dunked it. Just put it down with two hands. Make sure there's no doubt there.
Brandon Miller called for his fourth foul as Dwight Powell goes to the line. That last time out, Powell and Martin checking in for Gafford and Washington. That's who's in and who's out. Brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. Always fresh and made to order at In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
Josh Green coming in. Of course, Josh Green and Dwight Powell and Maxey were such tight friends. That's the weird part of this NBA is you're so tight. You play all these dinners together on the road, and then maybe you see each other a couple times during the season.
And Powell able to sink 2 free throws to make it 68-56 as ball diagonally right to left. Coming up is Miller to get it. Good job by Martin to stay with him. Will work to his right. The screen by Diabate. Cross court right to left. Bridges fake left, go right. Right hand push. Finds Green. Right corner 3. No good. Offensive rebound Diabate. The reversal to ball out of the left corner for 3. That's long. And taken down by Middleton. Ahead to Williams. On the fly to the rim. That's no good. But a 5th foul against Brandon Miller.
Well, yeah, it was interesting that they kept him in after those 4.
Well, you got to be smarter than that, though. It's a 12-point game. Just give up the 2 points. That's not the end of the world.
Well, you got to credit Williams here. He used his body and initiated that contact, knowing Miller was not in right guarding position. That was a great veteran move for the young Brandon Williams to go draw that contact and then put it up.
Brandon Williams, 11 points. 4 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 3 from the line. And his first foul shot tonight in the second half is short and right.
Mavericks shooting 71% on the road from the free throw line. That is last in the NBA. And again, on the road, that would be last in the last 4 years in the NBA. That's how bad this shooting has been from the line.
Well, Milwaukee just went past them last night as the worst overall free throw shooting team in the league. The Mavericks, unfortunately, might be dropping past them after this one is not, unless they can really get it together. Just 14 of 20 and 15 of 21 as that second free throw hits the rim 3 times before dropping through. 68-57 as Ball between his legs left to right, met by Powell on the switch, backs up on his dribble, dancing with it. Between his legs left to right, blows by him, and a defensive 3-second call against the Mavericks, and that might wind up actually being better because Ball was going to have himself a wide open straight line drive layup.
Yeah, interesting. They make that call in the middle of that drive there like that. That would be frustrating. They had to have somebody back there. As Powell was out on an island, somebody was trying to stay in.
And Ball's free throw is good.
By the rim to provide some rim protection because they knew he was going to do some dancing and go right past him, which he did.
15 for LaMelo Ball. 12-point Charlotte lead. Knipple will inbound from the right sideline at the foul line extended. And into Bridges. To his left. Back to Diabate. Not looking to shoot. Ball comes around left to right. Hook it back left. And Mark Lindsay blows his whistle. Calls a foul against the Mavericks.
Knipple 0-5 from deep, but that Rookie of the Year race, Chuck, is really tightening right now. And Guru Flag just, hopefully put in some work here ahead of time. Hopefully we see a road trip and get back out there, and it'll be something to see down these last 20 games.
Ball inbound for the left sideline after Dwight Powell's foul, the 14th foul on the Mavericks. Ball got it back off the inbound, missed it. Long rebound. A.J. Johnson ahead to the running out. Williams missed the layup. Johnson with the follow, missed it, and will go to the line to shoot as he was fouled.
Oh, good job by A.J. Johnson, though, to stay with the play. Get that offensive rebound, just a point blank. Again, I think he wanted to try to get up and dunk it and was just short. He hit a 2-foot putt, 1 foot.
That does happen.
Trust me.
So A.J. Johnson will go to the line.
Blocked by the rim, they say.
Yes. After LaMelo Ball's second foul, the Hornets now over the limit. So free throws both ways for the remainder of the quarter with 6:23 remaining, and Johnson hits the first one for his first point of the night.
And who can take advantage of it. The Mavs are penetrating more inside than the Hornets, so see if you can get some freebies with the clock stopped and climb back in.
Again, free throw attempts have not been a problem, and good job by the Mavericks understanding the whistle is blowing a bunch tonight too. So try to take advantage of that by shooting free throws when you struggle behind the line, at least to generate shots.
13 more attempts.
Just got to make your free throws. A.J. Johnson, 2 free throws made. 69-59. Ball bounces from right to left to Kalkbrenner. Dribble handoff to Knipple, away from Martin. Drop it off, and there's Kalkbrenner all alone for the dunk to the left of the rim.
It's too easy inside.
Ryan Kalkbrenner, 34th overall pick. Played 4 brilliant years at Creighton. As Middleton left of the lane. Along the baseline, Johnson finds Powell, put it on up, and it rolls off the rim, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Feed from Williams, who was cutting in from the corner, and Williams has really played well tonight. He's been given the keys to run this team now, and he's, with Tyus Jones being released, that's a lot of putting on Williams' shoulder, and he's really stepped up. 12 points. 4 rebounds and assists. Nice find there.
And he'd have a couple of more assists if some finishes happened around the rim.
Yeah, or just shooting. 2 of 15 from deep doesn't help that.
And Dwight Powell hits the first foul shot. Again, the Mavericks have shot 24 free throws. This will be number 25. The Hornets have shot only 10.
Well, that's how they stayed in the game, that they're minus 30 at the three-point line, is at least being a plus 11, now 12 in points off the free throw line.
71-61, just past the midway point of the third quarter here in Charlotte. As Ball to his left to Knipple. Show by Middleton, throw it over the top. Bridges down the lane, comes Kalkbrenner again for a 2-hand rim rocker.
Yeah, a couple of easy buckets at the rim here for the Hornets.
Well, that's what Ryan Kalkbrenner does when he scores. Shooting 75% from the floor this year. It's 73-61. Here's Middleton right to left to the right elbow for the pull-up that rattles in over Knipple.
Again, that steady presence. Sometimes you need to get a bucket to calm things down.
9 for Chris Middleton, 73-63. Mavericks shooting just under 43%. Hornets just over 44%. Here's Ball at the left wing. Hook it back to Bridges. Left of the lane. Spinning right over the top. Knipple in the right corner for 3, and he got that one. His first three-pointer of the night in 6 attempts.
Hope that doesn't wake him up.
The 212th three-pointer made this year. The all-time rookie record with 21 games to go in the season. As Middleton in the lane, through the lane, right corner. Caleb Martin trying to answer that short, and the rebound is out of bounds, last touched by A.J. Johnson. That looked like LaMelo Ball touched that last, but Jason Kidd is not looking down the bench.
Sometimes just on a possession, it's not worth it.
As Christie and Nembhard checking the game for Johnson and Williams. As Nembhard will inbound for the baseline to the right of the basket with 14 to shoot, 4:44 remaining in the third. Inbound to the cutting Powell in the lane. Left-hand hook over. Kalkbrenner is good.
Tough shot there with the left.
And Dwight Powell with his second double-figure game in the last 3 games. He's got 11, 7 here in the third. It's 76-65. Middle of the floor, Sion James to Knipple. Catch and shoot 3. Rims out. Middleton the rebound. Pushes to Christie up the left side and tried to go deeper left for Nembhard. Kicked by James. And the Mavericks will inbound as Washington will come back in from Middleton for the Mavericks.
Playing all 10 players that are available tonight. Pulakidis only with 6 minutes. We'll see if his shooting is needed to get back in there with no Klay Thompson tonight.
Bridges sits down. And Grant Williams checks in to take his place. Washington will inbound for the left sideline. Watched by Knipple. Bounces into Powell. Against Kalkbrenner. Pitches backward to Christie. Top of the arc to Powell. Pivoting, but not shooting. Now driving. Lost the ball on the dribble. Got it back. Wrap around and a foul call on the wraparound pass to no one because there was nobody in the corner where he thought somebody was going to be.
Well, somebody should have been there. That's not on him, but the corner was vacated and they were bailed out by that foul call.
So Dwight right back to the line.
Free throw 7 and 8 for him tonight. He's only missed 1.
For the season, shooting 65% from the line and gets that first one to go. So Powell coming into tonight, last 2 games, against Sacramento and Memphis, Memphis and Oklahoma City. 22 points and 20 rebounds. He had not had 2 games where he had 20 points and 20 rebounds going back nearly 3 years to the time against the Lakers and Spurs back in March of 2023.
Keeps himself ready mentally and physically.
Missed the second free throw. Rebound to James. Now Grant Williams has it. Top of the arc, Kalkbrenner against Martin poking at him. Knippel comes and gets it with 4 to shoot to his left. Driving on Nembhard, met by Powell. Got it back out to a Grant Williams 3 that's good against the clock.
So many weapons to shoot from deep for the Hornets.
Third 3 of the game for Grant Williams. And it's a 13-point Charlotte lead, 79-66. Nembhard on the drive against Williams to Powell. Fakes the handoff, now finds Washington on the bounce. Banked it, missed it. Rebound, Sion James of Charlotte. Comes up the right side, met by Christie. And will step back as they ran away from him. Can't make him pay. Long rebound by Knippel. Out to Williams and now to Green. No look. Kalkbrenner down the lane for the dunk.
Yeah, the Mavs reached for that rebound instead of blocking out first. And Ryan Nembhard down on the ground.
And pounding the floor as Jason Kidd takes the timeout with 3:10 remaining in the third quarter. And the Hornets now with their biggest lead of the game at 81-66 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
Chime knows your
shining with the lights on. Look, but I don't think they listening. I don't think they heard me. I don't think they listening. Nah, I don't think they heard me.
As above, so below. So it goes, so it goes. Try not to disrupt the flow. Be water, let it go. 'Cause underneath it all, it's empty. You'll have to wait and see for yourself. All this glamour can be tempting. And in the end, it's you and no one else. Say less and learn more. In observation, you can absorb the beauty that surrounds you. 'Cause what you see is how it sounds to you. No, I don't think you're listening. Yeah, I don't think you heard me. Yeah, I don't think you're listening. No, I don't think you heard me.
Tell them listen up, every single word a load of clip and I don't miss enough. Mirror on the mic so when I rap it's just a different us. Pressure in my pen can turn the diamond back to kitten dust. I told y'all, I'm done playing, I'm going animal. Doing damage, get in my way, you'll be collateral. Blood in every bar, just let the ink fill up the catacombs. Pray for the prey, 'cause every day is a sabbatical. I don't think they're listening. No, I don't think they heard me. I don't think they're listening. No, I don't think they heard me.
Austin on the bench, and he's over in the bike trying just to work it out. Hopefully nothing serious there.
As Max Christie will bring it up for the Mavericks, down 15, 81-66. Powell, handoff, Brandon Williams back in the game on the drive, and an offensive foul on Powell for the illegal screen.
Yeah, plays so physically that way, running into James, and on that injury, they were both going for the rebound. That's why they were in such close proximity to that knee hitting Nembhard's thigh.
Powell picks up his second foul. It's the 11th Mavericks turnover of the night. Only 5 Charlotte points off the prior 10 as James brings it across the line. A left-hand push to Knipple, left wing. Drives past Martin, met by Powell and Washington through the lane. Grant Williams got it out right wing, and James will take a deep three. Short and right, and Caleb Martin with a rebound for the Mavericks. Left to right to Powell. Cut by Washington along the baseline and will score with a foul, moving right to left and finishing with his left hand. He'll go to the line for a three-point play.
Yeah, I like the big facilitator, Powell, finding the cutting P.J. Washington inside. Just took that slip, that screen off Josh Green, and was able to get inside, get the end one chance.
Kalkbrenner gets called for the foul. His first, and P.J. Washington, that basket, his first points of the third quarter. Now looking for his 14th point of the night. With 2:34 remaining, the foul shot is short, and the rebound to Kalkbrenner. As Sion James, who was picked just before Kalkbrenner in the second round, the immediate pick, 33rd overall, to Kalkbrenner, top of the arc. Coming around is Knipple, met by a double to Kalkbrenner in the lane, and then back out to James. A right wing three is good, and really pretty stuff from Charlotte.
Yeah, you put the defense in a blender, and I think smartly put 2 on Knipple, but that left James open.
84-68. The deficit 16. Crossover left to right as Williams on the drive, and Grant Williams reaches in. Brandon Williams will go to the line.
With that speed and that pressure, because he's so fast, you just have to reach. If you're late, you're going to get arm on there, and that's what happened to Grant Williams.
So Brandon Williams with 12 points tonight will go to the line. In game 2 of this road trip, Thursday night in Orlando, Friday in Boston, Sunday in Toronto, and then next Tuesday night, the Mavericks will be in Atlanta. And that is the upcoming Maverick schedule, brought to you by Ticketmaster.
And then we'll still be on the road.
Yes, we will, won't we? I mean, even when we play at home, it'll feel like we're on the road.
So don't even unpack the suitcase.
Well, you got to unpack it and repack it. As Williams with 2 free throws made.
I don't know if I have enough underwear.
That might be a little too much information, my friend. Don't know that we wanted to go there.
You need to go shopping.
At least so early. Well, you'll have plenty of places to go shopping to get it if you need it. 84-70. Kalkbrenner to Knipple. Back left. Grant Williams is open as they sank back underneath the basket and let Grant Williams fire away.
And so many different weapons that can shoot from deep. You can't sag off any of them.
Tell you, remember, Grant Williams got off to a great start with the Mavericks and then went into a horrific slump and could never fight his way out of that slump before he was traded. As Brandon Williams, left block, will shoot a tough turnaround over Knipple, rims the basket, and Kalkbrenner with a rebound. 87-70, final 80 seconds of the third quarter. Josh Green enters to Knipple, turning on Williams. A little floater is good from the block.
Yeah, he's not just a shooter. He's got a nice inside game, and he's showing that.
89-70. This was a 7-point game 4 minutes in to the third quarter before the Hornets took control. P.J. Washington from the left wing, wide right, just hits the backboard. And it comes down to the Hornets and Sion James. And the Hornets again in the 2-for-1. Knipple with the ball on the arena logo against Caleb Martin, the former Hornet, with 6 to shoot. And 5 and 4 and 3. Drop it off. Kalkbrenner, right corner. James wide open. Hit it against the shot clock. Second time that happened here in the quarter.
45-point deficit from the three-point line. Unbelievable. I don't know what the record is, but they're going to approach it.
17 threes for Charlotte. This is the 6th consecutive game they have made at least 15 threes. And in 4 of those prior 5 games, as Williams drives and is fouled, Williams blocked the shot on Williams, but he will go to the line to shoot. And Knipple actually got called for the foul. The block was clean. He's going to make the point that 4 of the prior 5 games for Charlotte, not only they have 15 threes, they had 23. They had 4 consecutive games of 20 or more before only 16 against Portland on Saturday.
Again, it sounds silly to be talking about math, but if you're down 40 from the three-point line, it's almost mathematically impossible to win the game. And so it's just you're playing a team that's maximized that way of playing. 2 of their 71 shots from deep. That's almost 60% of their shots. Meanwhile, you 17 of your 55, you're putting up 30% of your shots from deep, and you're hit 2 of them.
Well, Brandon Williams back on the line, made the first one. It's where he has had his points here in the third quarter without a field goal. He hits the second one. And it's 92-72 in the final 10 seconds. And plenty of time for the Hornets to get one more shot up. Knipple with 3. They try to trap it with 2 and 1. His pass is blocked by Powell. And that will do it for 3 quarters of play here in Charlotte. The Hornets dominating the third after leading by 9 at halftime. They lead by 20 as we go to the fourth. Charlotte 92, the Mavericks 72 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
Fly to Philly.
It's too big
here.
The math is too big.
I know you went to Florida, but
I can't handle that. It's just unbelievable. Mavericks shooting just under 42% overall. Charlotte just under 48% as the Mavericks have it to begin the fourth quarter.
Good news, Ryan Nembhard back in the game.
As Christie has it, they shoot to our right, driving on Grant Williams, pulls up right of the lane, and he's able to score.
So with no Klay Thompson, Poulikinas is in there with Christie to do that max spacing, have shooters in either corner.
As LaMelo Ball has it for Charlotte. He'll pull up from the top of the arc for 3. Front rimmed it, and Christie with a rebound.
Yeah, he makes some difficult ones, and he keeps putting them up. Can't have a steady diet of that.
Ball now 4 of 11 from behind the line. Christie on the drive with the left hand and able to score. Did it with his right hand from the right side, then left from the left side. Back-to-back baskets for Max Christie. He has 9. 92-76. Here's Brandon Miller driving left and into Powell. Draws the foul. Poulikinas. And he'll go to the line to shoot.
Looks like Powell, doesn't he?
A little bit.
You got the 1, the 7. Third player to wear number 1 for the Mavs this year with Jaden Hardy and, of course, Tyus Jones.
Yes. And I believe the second Ivy Leaguer to ever play for the Mavericks.
I don't even know The Ivy League schools wouldn't even send me applications, much less let me in. They wouldn't waste the paper.
They would never send me applications.
So I don't know my Ivies very well, but
Brandon Miller with 2 free throws made.
Like somebody like Matt Carroll, somebody really smart.
No, Matt, he was smart. He went to Notre Dame though.
Okay.
Here's Pulakidis on the handoff to Nembhard, and a whistle.
Who was the accountant?
The accountant?
Remember the nickname, the accountant? Who was that guy? The shooter.
Who, Rigaud?
No, Antoine Rigaud. No.
As Pulakidis will inbound for the right side. And into the hands of Gafford back in the game. And now to Nembhard to his right on the pull-up. And he drops it off for Gafford on a foul call. Mark Lindsay, the outside official, makes the call. As we pause for station identification on the Dallas Mavericks radio network.
Game?
Please.
Yes. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. 56?
In terms of just raw points, it's 17 raw field threes.
As Nembhard cuts into that deficit with a three-pointer from the left slot.
So you're close. It was 51.
Wow. Pat Connaughton answers with a three.
We're back to 45.
From the deep right side, the 11th year man out of Notre Dame. The one-time great baseball prospect. 4th round draft choice of the Baltimore Orioles.
Those guys that are good in so many sports. Steve Nash was one of those. Obviously, Charlie Ward, Bo Jackson, we can go down. Dion is not fair when some people like me is not good in any sport.
Well, Brian Jordan, too.
Yeah.
Played both sports for the Braves and Falcons. Inbound to Gafford. And he has it knocked away by Diabate. Off the hands of Gafford. Back to Christie. Not the prettiest possession here with 4 to shoot. A pull-up three-pointer is short against Diabate. And a loose ball foul called underneath. And that is against the Hornets.
Grant Williams and Daniel Gafford fighting for that. And they call that on Grant Williams. He's not happy about it at all. Yeah, he just got those arms tied. And it looked like... Grant Williams was trying to pull Gafford down, and the strength of Gafford just wouldn't let it happen. Grant Williams fell down and got the foul called on him.
And a side out of bounds again. The Hornets already have committed 4 fouls here in the first minute 42 of the fourth quarter. Going to be here a while. Inbound to Gafford. Coming around is Nembhard. Nembhard against Diabate, left to Middleton. And his shot blocked by Bridges, but it came right down to Gafford to lay it in.
Lorenzo Charles was that.
97-81. A very Carolina reference. I appreciate that. Well played.
That was very painful as a Houston kid.
Here's Ball. Pull up 3 off the back rim. Foul line rebound to Gafford. And here comes Middleton against Bridges. To the left elbow, bounce pass across the way. Nembhard on the drive, high off the glass, and too hard. Diabate the rebound. Here comes Ball, right to left. Left wing, Sion James. Wrap around the Ball at the top against Pulakidis. With a show by Nembhard over the top to James coming down the lane. Left-hand layup is good. Tell you, once the Mavericks throw that trap out top, Charlotte has been really good getting that ball into the nail and getting the advantage.
Lee talked about that pregame.
And here's Middleton rolling it around and then falling off. Gafford the offensive rebound and then lost to the ball. Trying to go crossover left to right. He stepped out of bounds.
Oh, that could have easily called a foul as well on Middleton. Boy, oh boy. They're letting a lot go here after calling some early fouls. Already 4 fouls on Charlotte. That's the first on the Mavs. Or that was not a foul, excuse me.
No, it was just out of bounds. Inbound, Christie reversing, capped by Diabate. Christie made the save. Throw it out to half court to Nembhard. He'll drive into the lane, float it up, and there's Gafford with a dunk again, this time to the right of the rim.
Floated it right to an alley-oop. Nice move there by Nembhard.
And Gafford now in double figures with 10. With ball in the middle of the floor. Left to Sion James. To the top to Diabate. Bridges wants it, has it. Driving left to the lane. Turning back against Nembhard. Spinning left. Bank it up. No good. Rebound off the hands of Connaughton. Picked up by Nembhard. 3-on-2. Drop it off Middleton on the drive. And that shot is blocked. And he wanted a foul call. They're going to call an offensive foul. Not even just a shot block, but an offensive foul on Middleton.
Yeah, we'll see if Jason Kidd challenges it. Yeah, they're going to challenge this. Or at least Jade Toronto's asking for it if he wants to. And it will be a challenge.
So the timeout comes, 8:24 remaining in the fourth quarter here in Charlotte. The Hornets 99, the Mavericks 83 on the Dallas Mavericks radio network. And I think I got so excited I forgot to tell you who the other Ivy Leaguer was.
I can't even tell you what school it was.
It was Dartmouth.
Okay.
Walter Palmer, back in the 1993 season. Of course, we like to forget basically the decade of the 90s if you're the Mavericks. But in
Tony Fay and Kevin Sullivan.
In 1993, when the Mavericks went 13-69, Walter Palmer was the only other Ivy Leaguer to ever play for the Mavericks.
All day, I would have been looking at the Mavs home floor, just rattling off names.
Here's ball through the lane, right to left. Diabate back out to Bridges, 3 to shoot and 2. Goes to his right. Nobody went with him, but he's long and right. Diabate the offensive rebound, and Brandon Williams the foul.
On the positive side, the 20 free throw attempt advantage is as of now a Maverick record. They had 17 earlier in the season, so that's a positive.
Well,
but
and they've actually shot them by their standards okay tonight, 75%, 24-32. Still below the league average of 78%. Again, when you're shooting just 74 as a team, that's better. Here's Connaughton left to right. Wraparound pass deflected by Gafford, and then comes out of there with the steal. To Brandon Williams on the fly. To Washington in the lane, met by 2. Just threw it up off the glass, trying to draw the foul. Didn't do so. And Sion James got the rebound. The ball up top, Diabate, and caps it and stuffs it.
Just a little bit more athletic, getting over the outstretched arms of Daniel Gafford.
7 for Diabate. And LaMelo Ball with his 8th assist of the game. Here's a lob down low. Christie underneath the basket, met by 2, and the pass out draws the foul. And LaMelo Ball gets called for that one. And I'm sure Charles Lee will be happy to take the win if indeed it continues in this way with 7:15 to go. I'm sure he's not going to be happy with the amount of fouling his team has done tonight.
Well, when you're Charles Lee and you've got a young team that's up and coming, there's lessons to be learned. You can't just take the wins if there's sloppiness, because that stuff doesn't fly in the playoffs.
Christie's first foul shot is good, averaging just over 13 a game for the season. 10 points for him. Mavericks with 5 in double figures, led by Brandon Williams, 16 points. Second one on the way is good. And Christie shooting nearly 88% from the line. Makes them both 101-85, 7:10 remaining. James, the ball, stop and go, met by Gafford, blocked the shot. And in the hands of Williams, flying again against James. There's contact there, and he'll go to the line.
When he took a foul, he slipped on the ground, and he took a hard fall. He's slow to get up, but he is popping up.
Helped up by Daniel Gafford and Max Christie. And Brandon Williams will go to the line.
Again, the first game of this long trip. Got a couple of back-to-backs on it. Can't afford any more injuries. Already just suited up 10 players. One of them your two-way player in John Poulikitis tonight. Yeah, so that left foot slipped. Fell hard on his back.
Mavericks most free throws shot in a game this year. 44. That was in the game at Phoenix when the Mavericks fell behind by 31 in the first half. And made that game a lot more interesting than it probably should have been, because Phoenix kept fouling them, and the same is happening here with Charlotte, which has committed 28 fouls tonight, leading to 36 free throw attempts after Williams takes these 2 and he makes the first one.
So if I told you that the game where we had the 51-point disadvantage at the three-point line was last year in Cleveland, would you be surprised?
No.
Considering
because
that
they made 27 threes in that game?
26.
26.
The Mavs made 9.
In the most zombie game in the history of the NBA.
You could have told me I said pretty much anything, and I'll say yep.
And Brandon Williams with 2 free throws made.
Of course, that's the day of the Luka trade.
And 18 points for him. 101-87. Ball, left-hand wraparound, Bridges left elbow, trying to back down Christie, bumping in the lane, and took an extra step and got away with it with the right hand, no good. Diabate had the rebound knocked away from him by Gafford, and into the hands of Christie. With 6.5 to go. Middleton, across the floor left to right, picks up the dribble, bounces to Christie against Bridges. Between his legs, right to left, looking for the cutting. Williams found him, met by Diabate, who blocked his shot. Gafford, though, able to get it, couldn't finish it. And Connaughton with a rebound for Charlotte.
Used his body and forced the foul there.
Right to left, Bridges to Ball. Sidestep left to right for 3. That's no good. Christie lost the rebound, then got it back to Middleton up the right side against Ball with 6 minutes remaining. Drop it off to the right to Williams and back to Middleton. Middleton looking and will drive it, got past Ball, shoot the floater over Diabate, no good. Rebound, taken by Connaughton. To Ball on the drop pass. Ball, Connaughton, left corner, catch and shoot, hits it.
Yeah, and that's where Ball's well, finding the open player by sucking the defense in. That last possession, took a highlight reel shot. Again, that's where Charles Lee's going to say, that's not going to work in the playoffs.
104-87, the 19th three for Charlotte tonight with 5.5 to play. Williams to the right to Middleton. Gafford on the right block. Back to the basket. Met by the double from Diabate. Pass out, knocked away by Ball. He and Williams going for it, and Ball touches it last at half court with 2.4 seconds on the shot clock. Tell you what, Ball does have tremendous anticipation. He has a really
he's done that
good
a couple times tonight.
No, he really knows once that ball goes in, like where the ball is coming back out.
Because he's a point guard, so he's just putting it in his head of, okay, what would I do? And he's going in and anticipating that as a defender.
Williams to inbound. We'll throw it into Christie with one. Gets it away against Sion James. Just hits the backboard. 24-second violation. The 13th Maverick turnover tonight.
Am I correct that the Mavericks' 3 made threes it ties a low?
Yes. It would be the third time this year. Happened against Philadelphia. Happened against Detroit, which was the game before Philadelphia. They only had 4 in that game. Then 3 against Minnesota. They were 3 of 18 in that game. They're 3 of 20 tonight. And now a timeout on the floor with 5:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Charlotte 104, the Mavericks 87 on the Dallas Mavericks Radio Network.
The Whataburger Monterey Melt.
See you holding rattlesnakes. Are you not afraid of the bite? Dancing around the fire, you got me speaking in tongues through the night. You got a love religion. 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 See you praying by the bed. Surely get a little rest. You got a love religion. You got a love religion. You got a love religion. You got a love religion.
Place. Launch your business today at zenbusiness.com. 104-87. Charlotte leads it with the ball coming down on 5 minutes to play. At the right hash mark, Sion James has it and puts it on the floor to his left, chased by Poulikitis, and now toward Ball, and that ball deflected out of bounds. His ball couldn't hold on to the pass.
Just looking at this offense of Charlotte, just constant motion, very Golden State-like. They just keep putting pressure on that defense, waiting for that mistake to be made.
Nemhard, Washington, Powell, Martin, and Poulikitis on the floor for the Mavericks. And I think the Mavericks would like to see Poulikitis get a shot up. He's not taking one tonight. He has it now, and here comes that first shot, and that's wide to the right as it hits the rim and into the hands of Sion James.
All right, just keep putting them up. Got to keep the defense honest.
Now Grant Williams in the right slot, looking to his left. Played by Washington to the cutting Knipple at the nail. Drop it off Kalkbrenner. Pumps, goes up, got fouled. He'll go to the line. And it's Caleb Martin who gets called for the foul.
Well, this still keeps the Rookie of the Year race, hot. Knippel had gone off for like 35, and Cooper's not playing, then the narrative would keep going in the direction it's going. But at least, hopefully we can get Cooper back here on this road trip, and it's a lot to say pick up where you left off. He was scoring 29 points a game in his last 7, but that's going to be a real interesting storyline down the stretch.
Absolutely. And when Cooper Flagg does come back, and I think the Mavericks are expecting him to come back at some point on this road trip, and you would hope just for fun it would be in Boston on Friday night, just because it's the closest to his hometown.
That's always a big game for him.
So Kalkbrenner.
And frankly, there's whispers that could be Jason Tatum's return to the Celtics.
Oh, my goodness. What a night that could be. 106-87 with 4:20 remaining. Nembhard to Powell. Backdoor for Martin. Makes the catch in a triple team to the trailing Powell coming down the lane. Double pumps, can't finish it. And Knippel with the rebound. Powell's behind the play. They have numbers to the right. Wide open. Sion James for 3. That's short. And the rebound to Ryan Nembhard at the foul line. Up the left side for Poulikitis. Runs it down in the left corner. And then back out to Martin, right to Nembhard. Pocket pass finds Powell. The floater banked way too hard off the left of the rim. And the rebound taken by Josh Green of Charlotte with 3:50 remaining.
I don't think Poulikitis and Powell should be allowed to play at the same time.
Knippel on the arena logo on the right side. Left-hand dribble, backing up on the dribble. Will work to his right. Gets around Poulikitis. Got around Powell, and he scores it with a foul. Banked it up high off the glass and held on the rim before dropping through.
They both have the short haircut. They both have the high, the white tights. They're both well built. They have 1 and 7, which kind of looks similar because we're always up kind of halfway up the bowl here. It's that's your problem.
It is my problem. And I'm working on it, okay? I'm working real hard as Knippel missed the free throw badly, and Poulikitis with a rebound. And here comes Nembhard up the right side. Screen by Powell to the nail, bounce pass left, and driving is Martin, met by Kalkbrenner. Changed that shot, he missed it, but the foul call, late whistle from JT Orr on the baseline. That will lead to more free throws for the Mavericks as Kalkbrenner is whistled for his second foul.
Yeah, there's 29 fouls for the Hornets, by far their most in a game this season, and that's going to be, as a coach, they don't like teams that rest on their laurels. They're 15-3 in their last 18. The Hornets will be, but he's going to talk about these fouls.
So Caleb Martin, 8 points, 2 of 4 from the line tonight, 2 of 5.
That line drive push shot. She's got 9 missed free throws and 37 attempts.
And everybody's excited now. They want chicken. Will Caleb Martin ruin their party? Shoots it. No good. They have chicken. And Green has the rebound with 3:15 remaining. And Sion James brings it up. As loud as it's been in the building all night. Kalkbrenner out top. Dribble handoff, Knippel. Put it on the floor. Lob to Kalkbrenner, and another drop in.
You've seen that a few times where he's so worried about his 3, gets inside, and then he put too much pressure, he finds the alley-oop.
Ryan Kalkbrenner now in double figures with 10. 9 straight for Charlotte to bust this thing wide open. Their biggest lead at 23 with 2:45 remaining. Nembhard left to right in the lane, had it open, passed it up. Went to Martin at the right wing, trying to drive on Josh Green. Shoots a tough turnaround. Green blocked the shot, but Green fouled him as well.
It's good to see Green in a good place.
He's playing well. Look, his last game with the Mavericks was Game 5 of the finals, and he was the Mavericks' leading scorer that night. He's learned how to shoot threes and shoot them in his rhythm as opposed to really forcing them up.
I didn't really understand Australians and their coffee till I went to Australia 2 years ago, and when I talked to Josh about it, he was like, of course, this is the place to go to in Dallas and all this stuff. I went to a...
Is it better?
I mean...
Is it different? It's just... Talk to me.
I'm not a connoisseur enough.
Talk to me here.
To be honest with you, it's kind of like me and wine. Like just put in front of me, I'm like, yeah, it looks great.
4 consecutive free throw misses by Martin, and the rebound is out of bounds. Last touch by Poulikitis.
I can talk to you about whiskey, but when it comes to wine, I play dumb. Oh yeah, it's great.
No, I don't even touch it, so I can't even have the conversation.
You don't like it?
No, not at all.
It's not my go-to, but if it's being poured,
there's really it's beer and nothing else, and maybe vodka if you hide it in enough stuff that I can't taste it. Here's Sion James, right wing 3, 20 3-pointers for Charlotte tonight. The 5th time in the last 6 games they've had 23s in a game as Martin comes into the lane, throws it to no one in particular except Sion James.
This ties the record for the biggest deficit at the three-point line the Mavs have ever had.
James with 2 minutes remaining, 113-88. To his right, pick and roll with Kalkbrenner. Over the top to Tijan Salon. From the left corner, no good. The rebound, tipped around. Kalkbrenner knocked it out. Josh Green has it on the drive, lays it in. 115-88, and this one has ended badly for the Mavericks. They had played hard for a lot of the game. They just haven't made shots. Charlotte's made a bunch of them. As a lob from Nembhard to Powell, he couldn't finish it. Sion James with the rebound. As he brings it across the line with 1:20 remaining.
Well, it was the worst game to tie your record for least made threes against a team that loves to shoot them.
Grant Williams down low, and Salon is fouled hard by Caleb Martin.
Yeah, nothing bad there as Salon took a hard fall on that block and foul.
Again, you look at their team, and you see LaMelo Ball was a 2nd overall pick. Brandon Miller was a 2nd overall pick. Knuppel was a 4th overall pick. Miles Bridges was the 12th overall pick. In fact, wound up being traded for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Not the best trade that could ever happen. And you got Salon out of France in his 2nd year. He was the 6th overall pick in the 2024 draft.
Well, you look at the San Antonio Spurs.
Yes.
Right? 2nd pick, first pick. Like, when we talk about the issues that Adam Silver, who's here tonight, is looking at league-wide, there's reasons why teams do what they do to kind of position themselves for the right draft picks, because it does make a difference.
Salon misses the first one.
But, the Hornets have the longest drought in the NBA in terms of making the playoffs. They haven't made it since 2016, and so they're in that play-in territory. But the way they're playing now, they're going to be... Look, I think the East is absolutely wide open, and they're going to be that team no one wants to play.
The 2nd free throw missed, and a foul taken, so that Salon actually limping now as he leaves the game, and Connaughton's going to come back in.
Hard fall on his back.
In the last 7 minutes, the Mavericks have scored only 3 points. They've been outscored 14-3 in that time. And free throws again for Ryan Nembhard, and that's good. So Nembhard with his 5th point of the night. He's got 4 assists. He's trying to do something that hasn't been done since 1974. Only 2 players have ever done it in history, as he hits the 2nd one, and that's to average 5 assists a game as an undrafted free agent. Slick Watts, the great Slick Watts for the Seattle Supersonics in 1974. And I know you were alive and thinking about Bob Davies of the Rochester Royals in 1949.
Naturally.
He was the other one to do it. And now, as the Hornets bring it across the line, and a foul call against the Mavericks by A.J. Johnson for grabbing Pat Connaughton, will go to the line with 55.2 seconds to go. And Charlotte has struggled here at home. Just 13-16 coming into the game tonight. They and Atlanta, the only teams in the NBA with a losing record at home and a winning record on the road. But this one was easy. And
Jason Kidd said at pregame, Charles Lee should be in the Coach of the Year discussion. I think there's a lot of worthy candidates out there. What you see in the turnaround with Detroit and J.B. Bickerstaff.
And especially when you consider where they were on January 1st. No one was thinking of them like this. They were 11 22 as Nembhard on the drive through the hands of Powell. It comes to Poulikitis, who pulls the trigger, and it rolls off the rim, and the rebound to Grant Williams. And one final possession probably for Charlotte tonight, 117-90. So after 41 consecutive games of scoring at least 100 points, the Mavericks in their last 2 games, 87 and 90 points, and 2 consecutive games of shooting below 40% after doing it for 42 consecutive games.
Yeah, and again, the three-point line is going to be something we're going to talk about all road trip. You got a 51-point disadvantage, ties a franchise record, and if you're not putting them up and you're not making them, it's going to be hard to score enough in this league.
As Nembhard will dribble out the clock, and the Charlotte Hornets complete a 2-game sweep of the Mavericks this year. First game, an absolute thriller in Dallas back on January 29th. This one turned out not to be, as the Hornets defeat the Mavericks tonight 117-90.
Look, it's a long road trip. You got to keep your head up and have a positive attitude. It's a great chance to build your character as a team. So on to Orlando.
Well, the Hornets ended the third quarter on a 16-6 run to bust open the game and make it a 20-point game. And here in the fourth quarter, to close the game, we talked so much about your ability to finish quarters. The Mavericks could not